Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We're here at Sidney High School where the Fairborn Skyhawks take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Sweeterman's Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trip, Upper Valley Career Center, Fowler's TV, German Farmers Insurance, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, and First National Bank. I'd like to again welcome you to Sidney High School as we get set here for the kickoff between the Sidney Yellow Jackets and the Fairborn Skyhawks. They're going to finish up their pregame warm-up. We'll take a break as well, and you'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening kick here on NKTelco Sports.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers, to families with the pitter-patter of little feet, to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
Welcome back to Sidney High School as we have the visiting team starting lineup, non-starters coming out. Number 10, Matthew Hoffman coming out there. Number 14, Chris Lawrence White. Number 18, Brandon Schmidt. And number 19, Colin Reich. Starters for Fairborn Skyhawks. Number 1, Troy Harold. Number 3, Keegan Dierker. Number 5, Joe Nickel. Number 6, Josh Green. Number 8, Reese Adams. Number 9, Tyler Manning. The goalkeeper, number 11, Wiley Parker. Number 12, Zane Pacifico. Number 13, Jared Bates. Number 15, Jared Profit. And number 20, Diego Munoz. Skyhawks are coached by Greg Dierker. Now for the home team, the Sidney Yellow Jackets, coached by Jamie Fridley. Supporting non-starters first, number 7, Braden Ginther. Number 23, Jaden Humphreys. Number 8, TJ Leonard. The goalkeeper, number 1, Noah Hout starting. Number 12, Trey Wertz. Number 22, Gavin Miller. Number 17, Jonathan Holloway. Number 10, Damian Jones. Number 13, Jalen Hudgens. Number 21, Evan Burden. Number 29, Thomas Atwood. Number 3, Nathan Mayu. Number 27, Mason Page. And number 28, Gage Fridley. Starting lineup set, we're ready for the opening kick. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back in just a moment with boys high school soccer on NKTelco Sports.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything. I call that progress.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Welcome back to Sidney High School as we get set and on our way in action. Fairborn will take the opening kick. A beautiful night here in Sidney, Ohio. Fairborn looking for their first win of the year as they are 0-5. The Yellow Jackets trying to get back on the winning side. They're 3-3 on the season. Won their first 3 out of 4 and lost the last 2. We turn over here, gives it to Sidney. Early shot on goal goes wide by number 13, Jalen Hudgens. Sidney quickly back the other way. Got a leak out here for number 28. The Yellow Jackets, that's Fridley. Down in the far corner, he'll play it across the middle. Headed out momentarily by Fairborn. And pushed out front here by the Skyhawks. Just about to midfield. Back now on the Yellow Jacket side. That was deflected. Here's Fridley, shot on goal, over the top and out of play. Good opportunity there for Sidney. Fridley's shot goes well high and out of play. They have 2 early shots on goal. Free kick almost goes out of bounds. Nice save there by Fairborn. Pushed to caution by number 12, Zane Pacifico. Looking to get it across midfield. Get back into their own backcourt does Fairborn. Here's Pacifico, pushes it across. Deflection comes back to Pacifico. Right at the midfield line. Nicely picked up there by Fridley. Tiptoes his way down the sideline. Now we'll punch it in to a teammate. Cleared nicely though by Fairborn. This one's stolen back by Fairborn. Tyler Manning handles it momentarily, stolen back though by Sidney. They'll push it ahead to Ridley. It's a foot race down to the corner. He just gets outbeaten by Munoz. Still playing down by the Fairborn goal. That one gets away, picked up by Sidney, and that one smacked in for the first goal of the match. Jalen Hudgens very alertly steals away the loose ball to get the first score of the night. He's got a good shot there of Hudgens. The Jackets score first. You see the good replay there. Hudgens picks it off and pushes it just past the goalie. Stole that from Reese Adams at Fairborn. Back to live action. Pushed right down the sideline, out of bounds off of Fairborn. Be throwing for Sidney. Played off of number 3, Nathan Mayu. Fairborn momentarily controls and pushed back out of bounds off of the Yellow Jackets. Free ball into number 3, Keegan Durker for the Skyhawks. This one picked off, pushed ahead. Nice play to Frilly. Got a little room. Picked up nicely by the goalkeeper, though, for the Skyhawks with the save. It's number 11, Wiley Parker, with the save for Fairborn. Sidney pushed that one just a little bit too far. Nice boot by the goal kicker there. Just clear the opposite side and Sidney's end, and Sidney bumps out of bounds. So good advance there for Fairborn. They'll dump it back into Durker. Fighting to get it past the Jacket defense. It's too heavy. Gonna have a penalty called here though against Sidney. So a free kick out top for the Skyhawks. One to nothing in favor of the Sidney Yellow Jackets on our First National Bank scoreboard. Number 5, Joe Nickel lines up for the free kick. I'm going to step away. This is, number 3, Durker with the shot, and it's well over the goal. So opportunity lost there for Fairborn. That'll be a goal kick for Yellow Jackets, number 1, no Houts. They'll play it short to the Yellow Jackets. Pushed ahead to number 15, Jared Putoff. Who dumps it over to Munoz. Nice defensive play there by number 21, Evan Burden for the Jackets. Really looking to play it in. Picked off there, though, by Durker. Durker will push it ahead for Fairborn. Back and forth. Fairborn comes up with it. Josh Green going to come up with another free kick here. This time Joe Nickel will step in to take the kick for Fairborn. Nickel plays it down. Pacifico. Picked off nicely there by Sidney and pushed ahead. Nice defense there by number 21, Evan Burden. That one bumped out of bounds off of Fairborn. Good play there, number 3, Nathan Mayu for the Yellow Jackets. Looking to add to their 1-0 advantage. Throw in picked off by Fairborn. Dumped over to Nickel. Sidney controls just across the midfield. Picked off there, though, by number 3, Durker. Sidney unable to handle, pushes it out of bounds, so Durker will throw it in there. Fairborn dumps it off, and back to Durker. We'll play it out top to Nickel. Nickel plays it in deep. Overshot him, pushed out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. Throw into Durker. Burden quickly there to help out, and that one's kicked out of bounds off of Burden. Throw in by Durker for Fairborn. Tosses it down the middle of Nickel. Nickel thought about it, said he'll take a deep shot and sails over the top and out of bounds. So shots on goal even up at 2. Those shots by Fairborn have sailed well over the back and top of the goal. Goal kick comes out. Nickel will push it back in. Sidney looking to clear. Jared Profit trying to keep it on the Fairborn side and does. This is Green punched away. Nice push ahead by Sidney to Fridley. Back to Fridley. Fridley plays it to the middle, overshoots Mayu, and right to the goalkeeper. Free kick coming in by Fairborn. Substitution for Fairborn as Manning steps out. Number 18, Brandon Schmidt, enters for the Skyhawks. Comes right to Schmidt off the kick. Schmidt pushing it down the middle. Gets it over to Green. Green with a couple nice moves. Gets it over to Schmidt. And then he'll push it back out top to Munoz. Munoz dumps it in to Werner. Kick on goal, picked up by Houts. Houts clears across midfield, picked up though by Schmidt. Good profit for Fairborn. Pacifico loses it out of bounds off of a Yellow Jacket. Dierker to throw it in for Fairborn. Cleared back out top. And across midfield. And chasing it down to the far side to Sidney. Number 13, Jalen Hudgens. Hudgens scored the only goal of the game. Off of a good defensive play. The early parts of this one pushed ahead to Fridley. He's got some room. Taking on the goal. He bumps it across the middle. Nice push there to Mayu. Good heads up play there by Fridley. Can't get it to go. Goes out of bounds to the Skyhawks. Cleared by Fairborn, picked up the midline by number 17, Jonathan Holloway. Back to Burden. Shot right at the goalkeeper. Snatched up by the Skyhawks goalkeeper, Wiley Parker. Jackets push back out top to reset their offense. Now I push it inside. Almost gets down into Fridley, but picked up nicely by Fairborn. Burden battling. Finally push it back out top to Holloway. Holloway back into Fridley. Down in the far corner to Hudgens. Hudgens working against Nickel. Clear back out to Holloway. Nice defense there by Dierkers. Goes out of bounds to Sidney. Throw and dumps it back to Holloway. Good defensive play by Dierker. Knocks it off of Holloway, out of bounds. Fairborn throw in. Quickly picked back up by Sidney. Forced ahead to number 6, Green. Couldn't handle it. Goes out of bounds. A quick throw in by Sidney. Picked up by Dierker. Played by Pacifico right at the midline. Gets it across between 3 Sidney Yellow Jackets, and Sidney picks it up and pushes it back across to their side. Here's Burden. Plenty of room. Pushes it into Hudgens. Hudgens turns and fires, scooped up there by the goalie. Cleared away to Dierker for Fairborn. Nifty little spin move in the middle. Good defensive play there though by Burden to keep it on the yellow jacket side. Snatched away by Holloway. Free kick called on the last one. Favor of Fairborn. This will be nickel. Then blasted across. Pacifico pulls it down for Fairborn Skyhawks. Dumps it off the green. Plays it in back to Pacifico and cleared by the Yellow Jackets. Fridley picked off by Munoz. Munoz dumps it into Pacifico. The defensive play there by number 12, Trey Wertz, for the Yellow Jackets. Hudgens, nice play through Nichols. Little jab will try to center it, and just too far. Looks like Sidney will be able to track it down, though. Right before it goes out of bounds, Thomas Atwood would hustle down in the far corner. Mayu trying to get it centered. Back out top, Sidney. And they punch it back into the goal. He scoops it up for the save. That's 5 shots on goal now for Sidney. 21 minutes left to go in the first half. Jackets on top, 1-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Here's Fridley pushing it ahead to Hudgens. Hudgens battling with Meckel. Meckel able to clear. Free kick, Fairborn. Far sideline, scooped up there by Burden. Nice play there, Pacifico. Still fighting. And a little testy there on the far side. Penalty called against Sidney, I believe. Gonna have a free kick. Coming for the Skyhawks. This will be Durker taking the shot. Played back in action. Durker right to the goalie. Picked up easily there by Houts. Houts gets a good bounce. Clear back across though by Fairborn. Pacifico over to Green. Sorry, that's White, number 14. Now back over to Dierker. Cleared over to Mayu. Played back to Mayu from Atwood. Skyhawks push it back across. Played though back through by Sidney. Here's Mayu. Looking for some room, loses the handle. Scooped up though by Hudgens. Pushed over to Atwood. Got Fridley on the far side. Not enough leg to get it there. Munoz though scooped back up by Burden. Blocked by Meckel. Played back out top by Sidney. Pushed back into Hudgens. Hudgens trying to get past Nickel. Triple team there in the middle and pushed out by Fairborn. Blasted back in right to the goalie. Scooped up and saved by Wiley Parker. Parker clears it out. And Sidney will play it back to the goalkeeper. Outs. And play it down to Holloway. Holloway with all kinds of room. Push it across the midline. Over to Burden. Burden plays it back to Holloway. Trying to clear it up to Mayu. Picked off by the Skyhawks. Nickel loses the handle. Sidney will play it back in the backfield to reset their offense. And now just push it into the other side. Hudgens' shot is wide left. Well, we got a second. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's action. Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, Upper Valley Career Center, Fowler's TV, German Farmers, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Minster Bank, Streeterman's Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, and West Staff. And our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Thanks again to all those great sponsors. There's Burden. After a good defensive play, pushes it over, I believe, to Hudgens. Picked it back up by Burden. And now pushed over to Fridley. Yellow Jackets lose the handle. It's scooped up but recovered. Fridley pushes it into number 10, Damian Jones. Jones looking for a shot. Pushes it wide left. We're chased down by the goalkeeper, Wiley Parker. Cleared by Parker. And pushed ahead to Green. Green tracks it back down. And finally taken away by Sidney. Push it ahead to the midline, picked up there by Dirker. Two-man game to Green. Dirker gets it back. Tried to punch it ahead. Booted away by Sidney. Quick throw into Fairborn. Here's Green. Played into number 12, Pacifico. He knocks it out of bounds. Off of the Yellow Jacket, so we'll have a corner kick by Fairborn. Dirker will play it in with the corner kick. 14:45 left to go in the first half. Dirker shot headed. Pushed back out and shot and in by number 9, Tyler Manning, to get the Skyhawks on the scoreboard. Good replay here as you see Manning scoop it up, just turns and fires and finds the top right-hand shelf for the goal. That'll even us up at 1 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Burden off the face-off, gets it over to Hudgens. Hudgens with a nice little juke move there, pushes it ahead to Fridley. He's going to be a little too far. Really not able to catch up to it as it goes out of bounds. So that'll result in a free kick for Fairborn. Sidney header played nicely. And picked up there by number 12 for the Yellow Jackets, Tyler Wirtz. Pacifico plays it into Durker. Durker dumps it back. A little contact there, no call. Play on, says the official, as Houts tracks it down for the Yellow Jackets. He'll blast it across the center line. Where it's scooped up by Hudgens. He pushes it forward to Fridley. Fridley pulls it back for a moment, now punched down in the far corner. Fairborn able to track it down, push it up to number 9, Manning. Manning here to number 12, Pacifico. Pacifico gets it across. Picked up by the Sidney backfield. Now pushed up to Fridley. Fridley working with Nickel. Nickel comes away with it. Nickel now over to Pacifico. Pacifico back out top to Dierker. Dierker plays it over to Munoz. Munoz pushes it in to Green. Green can't come up with it. And out of bounds off of Fairborn. Free kick coming here from Houts, the goalkeeper. Picked up there by Mayu. Fairborn comes up with it momentarily. It's scooped up there by Mayu just across the midline. Mayu will play it down into Fridley. Fridley loses the handle, goes out of bounds. Couldn't quite come up with it. Played ahead nicely there to Dierker. He'll just punch it in the backfield. And Sidney will wisely play it into the goalkeeper. Houts will blast it down the far sideline, picked up by Burden and picked off by Munoz. Right along the sideline, Fridley able to come up with it. And he pushes it ahead. Miss hit there by the goalkeeper. Opportunity, Sidney. And the goalkeeper, Wiley Parker, responds with a nice save. Dangerous kick there, almost cost him a goal. Parker was trying to shake it off. Looks like he got it in the arm there, as you see on the replay. They punched it down to their goalkeeper, and he just went with it, mishandled it a little bit. Great opportunity there for Sidney, number 7. Ginter, Braden Ginter couldn't quite come up with it. Break for Fairborn. Free kick coming now for the Yellow Jackets. That'll be number 10, Damian Jones. Yellow Jackets scored first and early here in this match, looking to add to that here with 9:35 left to go in the first half. Deep shot by Jones. A little too far as he overshoots Hudgens. It squirts out of bounds to Fairborn. They'll get a free kick. Pacifico pushes it back to Durker. Durker will play it across to Manning. Manning can't quite catch up to it. It's pushed out of bounds off of Sidney, so we'll stay with Fairborn. Here's Pacifico. It's got some room. He'll punch it in the far side, overshoot it. and go out of bounds. Goal kick coming here by Houts. Off the goal kick, picked off there by Manning. Manning pushes it. I'm sorry, it was Green pushing it over to Manning. And now back out top to Munoz. Here's Pacifico. Now over to Dierker. Dierker with a nice little move. Take a shot on goal, blocked by Sidney. Picked up though by Fairborn. Munoz, he'll shoot it in. Bumped out of bounds off of the goalie, Houts. So we'll stay with Fairborn. They'll get a corner kick. It's an opportunity here for Fairborn with 7:35 left to go in the first half on our First National Bank scoreboard. We're even at 1. Corner shot coming here by Fairborn. Played over, header, out of bounds. We'll give it back to Sidney Yellow Jackets. Coming in for Sidney, number 29, Thomas Atwood will check back in. As Ginter will check out. Fairborn recovers. Back out top, here's Dierker. Dumps it over to Nickel. Nickel picked up by Burden. Burden able to come up with a steal. Pushing ahead to Fridley, but nicely played by Fairborn's number 18, Schmidt. I'm sorry, it's number 8, Adams. And that one's blasted over the goal and out of play. Goal kick coming here by Houts. He'll pound it up to Sidney. Scooped up there and pushed ahead. Mayu able to come down with it momentarily. Booted away by Nickel. Pushed up to Dierker. Dierker will try to push it ahead. Nice play there by number 10, Jones. He'll punch it forward. Nice pass over to Burden. Can't handle it. Sidney had an opportunity coming there, but nicely defended by Fairborn. Quickly coming back the other way. That one scooped up by number 27, Mason Page. And pushed up to Mayu. Burden. It's over to Atwood. Atwood trying to center to Fridley. Picked up though by Fairborn. Punched back in by Mayu and tracked down by Wiley for the save. Free kick coming here from the goalie. Almost stolen by Hudgens. Now tracked down by Burden. Pushed back to Mayu. Mayu comes away with some room, blasted over the, hits the crossbar. I thought it was going to clear the top, but just catches the top of the crossbar. Cleared out by Fairborn. Here's Dierker. Mayu back in the action, comes away with it again. Him and Dierker going at it. Going to have a penalty against Dierker. We're going to have a free kick out top for Sidney. See a quick look back here, our last shot on goal. Mayu able to come up with it, sees the opening, takes this shot, and you'll see it bang off the top of the bar. Tough break there for Sidney. Good news, they got an opportunity coming right now, free kick coming. Shot fired inside and just missed by the Yellow Jackets, scooped up by Wiley Parker, goalkeeper Fairborn. Cleared away by Sidney, picked up by Green. Green will punch it down into Number 12 for Fairborn, Pacifico. Play that one out of bounds. Off of Sidney will stay with Fairborn. Played into Munoz. Loses the handle, picked up by Mayu. Nice heads up play there by Mayu. Pushes it ahead to Hudgens. Hudgens out one in his way. It's Nickel. Nice play, looking for some room. Running out of real estate quickly. Good angle. And cleared away by Fairborn. And now pushed ahead the other way. Fairborn trying to go on the attack, but it's cleared out nicely. Dierker, though, he'll track it down at the midline. Chased down by Mayu. Dierker still pushing forward, dumps it in. Pacifico looking for some room, blocked away by number 22, Gavin Miller. 2:40 left to go in our first half. We're still even at 1. As we play under the lights here at Sidney High School. Noah Houts to clear it out. The goal kick for Sidney. Low liner pushed ahead by Damian Jones. Picked up by Dierker. Jones battling. Nice play off the toe shot there. Still working. Gets it ahead to Fridley. Numbers here for Sidney. Fridley centering. Trying to find some room. Bumps it ahead thinking Burton was going to cut. He almost got there. Still hanging with it. And Fairborn able to pound it out momentarily. Played in though by Mayu. Fridley takes the shot. Penalty called before, as that one went right back into the net. The penalty called first, so no shot. Much to the dismay of, I believe that was Hudgens that shot that, Jalen Hudgens. This official will walk it out here. I'm not sure the players know whose ball it is. I think it's going to be given to Sidney. And goalie, they swapped out goalies for Fairborn. During that last play, so Sidney will have the ball. Minute 42 left to go in the first half. Free kick coming. As the official steps out of the way, we're back into play. Jones plays it back. His shot fired in by number 27, Mason Page, and the goalkeeper able to come away with it. As that one's pushed ahead by Fairborn and wisely played back to Houts. Played ahead by Wernz. Over to Mayu. Mayu pushes it across the center line. Loses the handle. Scooped up there by Pacifico. Nice little spin move, but loses the handle. Bump over to Hudgens. Right off the official. Nickel. And picked back away by Jones. Final minute of the first half. Jones pushes it ahead. He's got some room. Burden trying to catch up, gets past the goalie, and it will trickle just to the right. No good. Picked up by Fairborn. Inches saving that goal. As Dierker will make a couple moves to get it across the midline for Fairborn. 25 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of bounds off of Sidney. Final 15 ticks. Dierker looking to throw it in. Finally does. Back to Dierker. Plays it forward. Down to the final 5 ticks here in the first half as that ball trickles out of bounds. And there's your whistle. First half in the books. Yellow Jackets 1, Skyhawks 1. You're watching high school boys soccer on NKTelco Sports.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Trust us! NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us!
Welcome back to Sidney High School as we get set for second half action. The first one evened up on the scoreboard at 1 apiece. Sidney with a couple good opportunities late in the first half, unable to capitalize. They're going to get things started here in the second. Here's Mayu bringing it across right away. Dumps to Hutchins, back to Mayu. Sidney looking to be aggressive right out of the gate. Shot blocked, picked up though. Burton, he'll take a shot on goal. Knocked away the goalie, saved the last second. Nice play there by the backup goalie, 0-0. Zach Gilman, he came in late in the first half. Comes up with a big save there. So the throw-in will come here by Fairborn. Looks like Pacifico. He'll throw it or try to throw it over top. Heavy traffic. White picked up by Jones. Dumped into Mayu. Mayu trying to forward it ahead and get it to Hutchins. Picked up, back over to Fridley, and poked away by Fairborn. Nice pick off there by Jones. Punches it over to Mayu. Mayu looking for some room. He'll blast it. Blocked though by Fairborn. Jones will dump it into Fridley. Fridley will chase down Munoz on the far sideline. Cleared back out top to Durker. Can't handle it. Jones for the Yellow Jackets. He'll punch it back out top to 27 Page. Shot into the goalkeeper. Scooped up there by Gilman. Another nice save. Sidney coming out aggressive with 2 quick shots on goal. Come up empty-handed. Free kick coming from Fairborn. Blasted out to the midline. Over Overshot and tracked out of bounds by Holloway. He'll free throw it in. Picked up by Burden and poked away by Fairborn. Mayu able to defend and knock it away. Bumps it back to Jones. He'll push it all the way back out to reset. Here's Page. Back to Page from Hudgens. Page clears it across. Down in the far corner. Trying to clear it to Fridley. Overshot it. Picked up though by Atwood. And bumped around and finally pulled down by Fridley. He'll center it back out top. Jones fires it in, scooped up by Gilman. 3 quick shots here to start the second half for Sidney. All cleared out by Gilman for Fairborn. Burden battling, can't quite come away with it. Fairborn able to get it just shy of the timeline where it's scooped up by Jones and pushed back out top by Sidney to clear. Jones back out top to Miller. And finally cleared back to House. Nice play there. I believe that's Burden on the far side, pushes it ahead. Ridley tracks it down, shot on goal is wide and over the top. Got a feeling the message at halftime was be aggressive. 4 shots on goal here. We're only 4 minutes in for the Yellow Jackets. I feel like Coach Fridley wanted to see how good the second goalie would be for Fairborn. Early on, he's stepping up to the test. Mayu passed over to the far side to Burden, pushed ahead to Fridley. Fridley tracking down the far corner, opposite side of the field. He'll center it to Hudgens. And it's punched away by Sidney. I'm sorry, by Fairborn, and pushed back out top to Jones. Jones with a deep shot, and it's in. What a blast from Damian Jones. From way downtown. He hammers that one home. Some velocity on that one, as I mentioned before. Aggressive second half. That's 5 shots on goal in the first 5 minutes for Sidney as they take the 2-1 advantage on the First National Bank scoreboard. Here you see the replay. It's pushed back out top. Jones sees the opening and hammers it and pounds into the back left corner of the net. Back to action here. Mayu scoops it up for Sidney, punches it over to Hudgens. He'll play it to the far side to Burden. Burden puts on the brakes, pushes it back to Hudgens. Trying to get a move past Nickel. And punched over to Page. Page, he'll take a cranking shot over the top. The big left-handed punches it too far, or should I say left-footed. The left-handed will be hard. A left-footed blast. It was out of play. Free kick for Fairborn. So this one played in by Sidney. And cleared back to House. Pushed over far side and centered to Jones. Play it back to Miller, over to Page. Page brings it across, punches it in the center to Mayu. Clears it down the far sideline, is going to get just out of reach. Goal kick coming by Fairborn. 33 minutes left to go in the match. We got a minute. I'd like to mention that at the conclusion of this game, we will name a player of the game. And that player of the game is sponsored by NKTelco. That'll be for one Sidney player. That Sidney player will get an NKTelco t-shirt. Pick that player of the game at the end of the match. Back to live action. Here's White for Fairborn. Plays it back out to Dearder. And pushed away by Sidney. We're going to have a penalty as White goes to the ground on the aggressive play. Shot on goal and nicely saved by House. And able to get up and scoop the save before it goes out of bounds. Nicely done by the Sidney goalkeeper. And he'll just dump that one off. He did his job, number 12, Trey Wertz. Pushed ahead to Fridley, bumped over to, that's Burden on the far side. It triggered into Mayu. Mayu with a couple nice moves, still handling. And finally decides to dump it back. Blasted in and out of bounds. Give a free kick back over to the Skyhawks. Brought up to the midline, picked off there by Damian Jones for Sidney. He'll push it ahead to number 28, Fridley. Where it'll be picked up by Fairborn, looking to attack. Goalkeeper throwing it out to the midline, scooped up there by White for Fairborn. Battling with Jones. Jones coming away with it. And we'll play it back for Sidney. Played ahead here by Jones, coming away the breakaway. Sorry, that's Hudgens. Free shot on goal. He scores. Second goal of the night for Jalen Hudgens. The 30-minute mark here in the second half. See our replay here. Hudgens able to come out of the pile with the ball. Had a breakaway, just had to clear the goalie, and he does that. Pushing the Wildcat lead up 3-1 here with 30 minutes remaining in the ball game. Gonna have a penalty out top. As you see Dierker going down, don't like to see that. Got tripped. Guessing he fell on that awkwardly. The official takes a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching high school soccer on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. Is a good sign there. Dierker for Fairborn able to walk off. Hopefully he's okay. He's a big part of the Fairborn attack. Just joining us, welcome to Sidney High School. It's the Yellow Jackets have stepped out to a 3-1 advantage with some aggressive attacks here starting the second half. Fairborn trying to respond, knocks it out of bounds, and Sidney quickly jumps on it. Here's Fridley. Oh, good play there by Fairborn. It might have been Green on the far side. Knocks it out of bounds, give it back to Sidney. Triggered into Mayu. Bump back out top. Nice plays there through the middle. Couldn't quite see who it was. It was number 12 for the Yellow Jackets, Wernst. Troy Wernst. Here's Jones again with another shot, scooped up by the goalie. That one headed away and recovered by Sidney. And blasted out of bounds on the far side. That'll give it back to Fairborn. Throw in. Deflected by Mayu, picked up by Fairborn. And then recovered and played back to Sidney. Jones. Now over to Page. Atwood on the far side. Lost the handle momentarily. Mayu falls down. Sidney able to recover. And nicely played there by White. Dumps it down to number 1 for for Fairborn. Troy Harold. That one's knocked out of bounds. That'll lead to a corner kick for the Skyhawks. It's a good sign there for Fairborn as you see Dierker coming back over. Went down injured just a few plays ago, so good to see him back out on the field as he'll take the corner kick for Fairborn. Pushes it towards the middle, header missed. And scooped around, nice save by House. Tough play off all those deflections. House so able to come up with it once again. He'll dump it off the Page. Pushed way far ahead by Sidney, out of bounds. Give it back to Fairborn. A substitution for Fairborn. Number 2, Josh Best will enter. Triggered ahead. Number 12, Pacifico, is out of bounds. Beat Sidney throw in. Here's Mayu battling. Cleared away off of Pacifico. We'll stay with Sidney. Looks like Holloway will come back in. Humphreys will take a seat. Quickly thrown into Burden. High volley in the center. Battled by Fridley. Picked away by Munoz and back by Fridley. Tough little skirmish going down there. Fridley tries to center it. Scooped up by Fairborn. Dierker will push it ahead to Pacifico. Fairborn trying to push it down into their offensive end. Go too far with it. It was out of bounds to the Yellow Jackets. Quick throw in. Mayu pushes it ahead. Scooped up by Nickel. Back into play, Jones. Burden back to Mayu. Nice little handle there from Mayu. Lofts it down the field to Fridley. Trying to take the turn. Loses the handle and goes out of bounds. He might have twisted his ankle there momentarily, trying to run it off. He's going to get a second. Is that Atwood? That was Atwood on the far side, not Fridley. So that'll bring in number 7, Braden Ginter for the Yellow Jackets. Nice play there by Dirker to play it off of Ginter, who just entered back in. Sidney, though, able to recover. Ginter going to get some action right away here, gets his hands on the ball. Plays it in, or attempts to play it in to Hudgens. And picked it back up by Dirker. Back to Dirker. Plays over to Munoz. Picked off by Sidney and back over to Nickel. Nickel for Fairborn. Played a lot of this half on the Sidney side. Offense and defensively have controlled most of the ball game here. That one picked up by Burden. Makes a nice little play. Oh, nifty little steal there back, though, by number 8, Adams. A big play there for the Fairborn defenses. Burden had a big opening if he gets past him. Here's Hudgens battling. And again, Sidney doing a nice job keeping on their end. Fairborn battling, trying to get it back. They finally do get it. For the first time in a while, it'll push it across the midline. This back kick there by Jones going to be called for a penalty. That'll bring up a free kick for Fairborn at the 23-minute mark. That'll be Nickel on the far side. He'll blast it forward. And picked up there by House. Roll it out in the flat to Page. Pushes ahead up to Ginter. Ginter with some room. Picked up though by Dirker. Plays it back to Page. Page looking for some room. Dumps it back to Ginter. Ginter plays it into Hudgens. Scooped up though nicely by Fairborn. Jones will play it back in. Picked up there by Fridley. Fridley plays it over Hudgens a little too far as Gilman will slide up for the easy save. Burden will bring it back into the zone, pushes it the far side to Fridley. Fridley tracks it down, can't quite get enough on it to center. That'll be cleared away by Fairborn. Damian Jones picking up the Fairborn player. Mayu able to step in for this easy steal. A little extra pressure there by Fairborn. Pushed ahead nicely by Sidney over to Burden. He's got some room to get by the defender. He does. Fridley plays it back to him. Burden looking to center. Can't quite get it far enough to Hudgens, but Hudgens is able to recover. Back kick. Trying to back kick over to Ginter. Not enough on it. They turn it back over to Fairborn. 21 minutes left in our ball game. 3-1 Yellow Jackets on our First National Bank scoreboard. Good momentum here by Pacifico. And he's going to be tripped right in front of the official. That's going to be a penalty every time. So free kick will be coming here for Fairborn down in their zone. Dirker lines up quickly for the shot. Fires it. Fast and furious. That one scooped up, though, easily by House. House plays it away. Nickel battling with Hudgens. And finally played over to Munoz. Munoz picked up by Burden. Played over to Nickel. Nickel trying to get it across the center line. He does. Full head of steam. Still going. Finally bumps it in, or attempts to bump it in. They're going to have a penalty called. I think it's called against Sidney again. So another free kick coming for Fairborn. This one going to be taken by Nickel. Official marching off the distance there to make sure the Sidney defenders aren't too close. Fairborn, a little decoy there. Nichols with the shot just over the top and out of play. That'll bring up a free kick for House. Outs get some air into that one. Played at the midline by Hudgens. Back over to Mayu. Mayu can't quite track it down. And a block kick there in midfield by Pacifico. Pushed to center to Dirker. Picked off though by Jones. Cleared ahead to Atwood. Atwood trying to get it over to Hudgens. Hudgens able to fight through and handle it for the moment as he battles out of bounds there with number 2, Josh Best. The throw-in coming here for Sidney. Throw-in coming from Page. Throw it down the far side. Miscommunication there with Hudgens. That's going to be an easy turnover for Fairborn. Free kick coming for the Skyhawks. Sidney defense done a great job here in the second half. Ball picked away there by Fairborn, pushed ahead to Dirker, and snapped away by Burden. Pushed it over to Ginter. Ginter still battling, trying to get through the pile, finally pulled away by Nickel. Here's Dirker on the far side. Throw in there by Fairborn, pushed ahead. Picked up nicely by Sidney, pushed back over to Fairborn. Here's Dirker. Pushed out top to Nickel. Trying to reset their offense. Skyhawks been battling with the Sidney defense the whole half. You're gonna have a substitution as number 28, Gage Fridley, comes back in. Ginter will take a seat. Overplayed to Jones. Just does get past, bumps it to Fridley. Lots of daylight if he can get by Munoz. He does not. So that defensive play for was made by Adams for Fairborn. Comes up just in time. Fridley would have had an open shot at the goal. Free kick coming in by Fairborn, picked up by Hudgens. He has 2 goals on the match. That one played out of bounds off Sidney. Throw in coming from Fairborn on the far sideline. This one comes into nickel. They'll push it ahead. Cross midfield, picked up though by Sidney. They'll play it back to Houts. 14 minutes remaining in our match. Sidney punches it in, picked up by Atwood. Played back to Page. And now played the far way to Jones. Jones recovers for Sidney, punches it back up to Atwood. Back out top to Page. Page looking to attack, dumps it into Fridley. Fridley back over to Mayu. Got some room, made some nice play. Punches it to the far side of the goal, scooped up there by Gilman for the save. Fairborn back on the attack. Here's Dierker. Trying to get it into the Fairborn attack zone. Sidney, though, again, nicely defends. Cleared up to Mayu. Mayu dumps it over to Burden. Burden dumps it back to Hudgens. Hudgens looking for some room, though. It's cleared out of bounds. Fairborn should be a corner kick coming for Sidney. Unless it was played off of Hudgens. Must have caught Hudgens. Goal kick kicked out by Fairborn. Headed over across the middle timeline. Picked up by Jones coming out of the pile momentarily. Picked up here though by Pacifico for Fairborn. Played back out top. Fairborn just across the center line once again. Pushing hard but turned away by the Sidney D as we've seen the entire second half. Atwood will clear it away. Blasted ahead and played back nicely by the Fairborn defense. Sidney had a runner, Fridley, out front. Atwood battling out top. And again cleared away by the Sidney defense. Punched no back in. Here's Green. Picked up by Jones. Punched over to Burden. Burden pushes it into Nickel. Mayu steals it away. Goes the other way to push it up to Atwood. Mike got a little too much on it. He's able to just track it down. Ridley tries to play it back to Atwood. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for Fairborn. 10 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in our ball game. Jackets on top 3-1 here at Sidney High School. Scored twice here in the second half. Once by Damian Jones and once by Jalen Hudgens. Centered in here and picked up by the goalkeeper. Battle out top there, picked up by Jones. Quickly back in the attack zone. Here is Burden. Burden past the defense, got a shot, and he's just wide. The 10th shot here on goal, second half. For the Yellow Jackets as they came out firing early on. And it resulted in 2 Yellow Jacket scores. Atwood working against the defense. Nickel pops it up in the air, bumped around, finally picked up by Jones. Looking to push it into the attack zone instead, passes it back out top to reset. Page, he'll dump it over to Atwood. Trying to get it into Fridley. Instead, we'll go cross side to Hudgens. Where it'll be picked off by Fairborn momentarily. And picked off again. Here comes Pacifico down the middle. Pushed in the zone and cleared out by Sidney. Picked up at the half court. I'm sorry, mid court. Fairborn. Trying to find some place to go with it. Push it back out top. Deep shot. Well over the top. Goal kick coming for the Yellow Jackets. Punched over to Page. Played down to Mayu. Mayu, nice little move across the middle. Laid off to Burden. Sorry, Hudgens. Picked up double teamed and pulled away by Dierker for Fairborn. Back to Dierker. Pushed out of bounds off of Holloway. Throw in for Fairborn. Dierker looking to trigger, still hasn't gotten rid of it. Finally dumps it short, and it's picked up by Sidney. That one's going to scoot out of bounds. Throw in off of Fairborn. Sidney ball. Here's Mayu. Couple nice crossovers there. Gets it over to Burden. Burden with a little daylight, but just goes out of bounds on the far side. Pushed across the midline there. Picked up nicely by Jones and bumped over to Pape, who scooted it over to Atwood. Here's Pape again. He'll try to center. Or Nickel will pick it up for Fairborn. Batted around, finally knocked over to Fridley. Fridley looking for a shot. Hooks it too far to the right. Out of bounds. Leonard will come in for number 8. Leonard will come in for Sidney. See Burden come off. Free kick coming on for Fairborn. So we're down to 5 minutes left in our ball game. Sidney on top 3-1 on our First National Bank scoreboard. White battling on the far side. Scoots it ahead to and that one trickles in. A little misplay there. Fairborn able to get one back. So see here on the replay. Looks like that came off of number 8. 9. Couldn't quite tell in the pile there. I think it was number 9, Tyler Manning. The 4:27 mark, and if so, that's Manning's second goal of the night. Both of the Skyhawk goals. That just made the last 4:15 a lot more interesting as Sidney was sitting on a 2-goal lead. Got a free kick coming here for the Yellow Jackets. As Pape will go to the far side to do the honors. Looks like he's going to take a good shot here right to the center. Just missed on the header, but the ball's still loose, and Fairborn able to clear. Big opportunity missed there. Ball was loose. Goalie couldn't come up with it. And a nice job there by Pape to come out of there with that one for Sidney. Still trying to clear it out. Like White's on the ground there, and free kick coming for the Yellow Jackets. Three minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Sidney now hanging on to a 1-goal advantage. Jones hammers it. Headed back by Fairborn. Atwood able to track it down. Scooped up by Fairborn, pushed ahead to Dierker. Full tilt down the other way is number 12, Pacifico. Fairborn back in action again. Last 2 possessions, the biggest 2 threats they've had this entire second half. Push back out top to reset. Push down in the zone. Nice play there defensively, though. Fairborn able to handle a high, deep shot. Scooped up there by Houts. Big save. Houts looking to blast this one away, and he does. Fridley heads it forward, picked up there by Burden. Centers it into Hudgens. Little contact there, Hudgens and nickel. Ball goes out of bounds off of Fairborn. Minute 45 remaining. Got a free kick coming here for Sidney. Looks like Page is going to line up for that one again. Page with the big shot, sails it in deep left center field against the warning track and out of bounds. Fairborn quickly scoops it up. His time is of the essence. 1:10 remaining as Ginter will check back in. Also number 23, Humphreys. Holloway and Atwood will check out. Final minute of the match. That one knocked out of bounds by Pape. Looking triggered in, it's Fairborn, they do. Tracked down though quickly by Page. Pushed out of the way, no call. Fairborn going to get a shot here. On goal, wisely blasted out of bounds by Hudgens. Sorry, that was Fridley, I believe, on the far side. 30 seconds remaining. Dierker looking to trigger him for Fairborn. They trail by 1. Back out top, back to Dierker. Looking to take a shot. 20 seconds. Gets it inside to White. White with the move. Shot on goal. Knocked away by Houts. Great save. As you see Dierker sprinting to the corner. One last corner shot. 5 seconds remaining for Fairborn. Dierker's shot over the top and will trigger out of bounds. And that's your game whistle as Sidney able to hold on 3-2. So Sidney Yellow Jackets final 3, Fairborn Skyhawks 2. We'll be back with a wrap up here in just a moment. You're watching high school boys soccer on NKTelco Sports.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on an attempt to hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
Welcome back to Sidney High School as the Sidney Yellow Jackets are victorious over the Fairborn Skyhawks. The scoring went like this. First, it was started off by number 13, Jalen Hudgens, in the first half of around the 38-minute mark. Skyhawks then responded at the 14:31 mark by Tyler Manning to even it up at 1 apiece into intermission. Second half rolled around, the Yellow Jackets wasted very little time at 35-31. Damian Jones puts the Yellow Jackets up 2-1 late in the match. 4:31 remaining. Tyler Manning again responds to even it up, but before that happened, Jalen Hudgens scored again the 30-31 mark to put the Yellow Jackets up 3-1. Then Tyler Manning scored with 4:31 to end the match at 3-2 in favor of the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Very good match here tonight. Both teams playing hard, doing a great job. Our player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, is Jalen Hudgens. As I mentioned, Hudgens scored 2 of the 3 goals tonight. An all-around great job on the defensive side and the offensive side. Sidney pushes their record now in the season to 4 wins and 3 losses. And Fairborn goes to 0-6 on the season. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I'd like to thank our cameraman, Tyler Wolf, our director, Isaac Sell. My name is Greg Burning. Thanks for watching and have a great evening.